that until the next person comes in.
You guys are weird. I'm leaving.
They'll be alongside me tonight as the Fremont Tigers are taking on the Kearney High Bearcats. Fremont Tigers have been kind of a struggle lately. 0-4 to start the season with average loss difference of 26 points. Their last meeting against Kearney, they did lose 67-44. And they are currently dead last in the Class A rankings. Along with Kearney High, they're going to have a 1-2 start. They're currently 12th in Class A with their leading scorer, Shiloh Robinson, with 21 points. He actually had a big game against Papio last week with 38, 9 off of the school record.
I know last week I was here with Brandon and James, and boy, oh boy, what I tell you, that was a fun one to watch with Shiloh. Absolutely dominating out there for the Bearcats last week. Hopefully he can keep that hot hand coming into tonight's game against the Tigers. If he's still hot, he can be hot again, and he can do the same thing. Fremont, who is not as good of a team as Papio, like you said, the last team in Class A. Well, if Shiloh gets a hot hand, he can put up more points than I did last week, just depending on Coach Bronick wants to play him out tonight with these Bearcats.
Definitely. And tomorrow, Kearney High is taking on their long-awaited rivals, waiting for them to play them at GI, the Islanders.
Whoa, gee. And also, Grand Island has 2 gyms. Originally, they like to play in that small gym that's louder, but like Grand Island says, it's been said by their coach, it doesn't feel like a home game. It feels like a Kearney home game, so tomorrow's game will be played in the big gym in Grand Island. And I'm going to say one thing. I'll be there. Jeff will be there. Sean, you're going to go. Don't care if you have to work. Brandon, you're going to go.
Yep, definitely.
Guess what? I got to work.
You gotta work.
That big gym is going to be a home game for the Bearcats. If you can't make it, well, we won't be there streaming it, but I just say go to the game and go experience the best rivalry in the state of Nebraska.
Definitely. And speaking of Kearney High Rowdies, it's Christmas night here at Kearney High.
Featuring Blake Glazer's jerseys.
Definitely. I got some ugly sweaters out there as well. Anyways, they're going to be the national anthem's going to be coming up. We're going to be right back with starters with both the Tigers and the Bearcats. This has been the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank.
Hey, can I get a
And welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank. All right, Cannon, what are the starters for Fremont right now?
All right, let's get you the starting line for the Fremont. At first, we have a 6'2 senior. That's number 10. That's Austin Callahan. And after that, we have a 5'8 sophomore number. That's a 5'10 sophomore number 13. That's Tristan Kenny. Then we have a 5'11 senior. That's number 15. That's Dylan Dix. Then we have a 6'3 sophomore, number 31, Aiden Queen. And rounding up starting lineups, a 6'4 senior, number 50, that's Jacob Heineman. And those are the starting lineups for the visitors from Fremont, Nebraska.
All right, and on the Kearney side, we got number 3, senior Carson Schwartz at guard. Number 20, junior Seth Stroh down in the post. 23, senior Jaden Ingen. 30, junior Colin Murray. And then bringing up the big man, 43, senior Shiloh Robinson.
With Colin Murray, we have seen splitting playing time between him and the sophomore Jack Johnson. Colin has started and Jack has started. So those two right now, it seems like they're just battling for that one spot. You'll get that starting spot between the two. But you know what? I think we're here, and I think we're ready for some basketball here in Kearney, Nebraska.
Definitely. Got the atmosphere and definitely that Class A mentality. Should be a good one today.
Wait, this is basketball? I thought this was football.
Um,
That's the only thing I'm good at. Why am I here?
Wrong sport, Sean. There's tubas you can talk about again, though.
Oh, let's not talk about the tubas.
And we're ready for tip-off.
All right, guys. Keys of the game for, let's say, the Bearcats. Jeff, what do you think?
Talking with Coach Veronic before this game, he said key to the game today will be pushing the tempo. They want to make Fremont uncomfortable. They want to establish their type of game early. And like Coach Veronic said, they're going to push the tempo, they're going to make it fast, and they're going to make Fremont run and get tired early.
Kearney High wins the tip-off. Passes it to Ingen. Stroh in the corner. Back to Schwartz. He drives in. Inside to Shiloh, but gets stolen, but it's actually going to be a kick ball on Fremont.
Fremont coming out in a man-to-man. Coach Veronic said that on film, Fremont does play a lot of man-to-man, but they can come out with the zone, and he said he wouldn't be surprised if they did switch to it sometime throughout this game.
Stroh up top now. He drives in. Puts it up, but it's going to be a foul committed by Fremont. It's going to be 2 for Stroh. Looks like it's going to be on number 50, Jacob Heineman.
You know, earlier in this day, we talked with Stroh. Jeff and I came back earlier in the day, and we kind of gave Stroh some crap because last week he was not a good free throw shooter, so hopefully tonight will be a different story for him.
He was 1 for 7 from the free throw line against Lincoln East.
But he makes the first one tonight.
Maybe, Jeff, maybe we scared a little into him.
Yeah, get some wise talking to Seth down there.
Oh, Seth's been a great kid.
Second one on the way. And he misses the second one. But it looks like they jumped the gun a little early on the Tiger side.
It's because he has that little pump fake. It happened last week, too, against Papio. They jumped early, and now Fremont jumped early, so he'll be at the line for one more.
Against Stroh. And he misses it again. 50 with the rebound.
That is Heineman.
13 with the ball now. Outside to 10. 31 in the corner. Up top 15. 31 up top now. Pass to 10. Fakes the dribble in. 50 inside now. Inside to 31. What it looks like is Carson Schwartz going to steal the ball. He's dribbling up, and it looks like he's going to be committed a foul.
On 13, that's Tristan Kenny.
You know, Bearcats are up by 1-0. I think we should just call the game now. You know, Bearcats win it. Let's go home. You know, we'll go to Applebee's. Come on.
This is a hockey score right now.
As much as we'd want that, we're going to get some more basketball anyway.
Need some hot wings.
Robinson in the corner now. Outside to Murray. He dribbles inside, fakes it inside. Stroh in the corner, passes inside to Robinson. Getting double teamed there. Passes outside to Stroh. He dribbles in, but gets blocked by number 13, Tristan Kinney. 31 outside now. Passes it to 15. He dribbles inside, gets screened by 50. 13 now with the ball. Ingen with the steal now. He dribbles up. Tries to give it to Robinson. But it looks like it's going to stay on the Kearney side.
You know, in one of my classes at the college, I have 2 kids from Fremont. That is Nate Berg and Riley Harms. Riley plays football at the University of Nebraska Kearney as a quarterback. And I was talking to him once. I was talking to both of them about their basketball team, and he did tell me they would struggle.
Stroh now with the ball. Schwartz in the corner. Tries to get inside to Robinson. Looks like it's going to stay on the Kearney side again.
Looks like they wanted to go inside to Robinson. Of course, the tallest guy on the floor right now for Fremont is 6'3", and Shiloh's listed on the roster, I believe, at 6'8", if not 6'7".
Schwartz now in the corner. Into Stroh. He puts it up, but it doesn't go down for him. 31 now on the rebound. Queen. Heineman now. Kinney with the ball now. But Robinson intercepts the pass, and he's dribbling up now. In the corner for Murray. He puts up the 3. And off the back rim, but Stroh gets the strong offensive rebound. But he misses his attempt too. 15 now. Outside to 10 in the corner. But it looks like it's going to be a charge foul on Fremont.
And it looked like number 15, that's Dylan Dix, did not really like that. He put his hands up and went up to the official saying, what for? But it's not in his favor. It looks like we have a timeout.
And we're going to take one alongside with him. This is the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank. And welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network brought to you by First National Bank. Low scoring game here as the Bearcats lead 1-0 here in the first quarter. Schwartz with the ball now to Murray. He's getting double teamed. Passes it back to Schwartz. He loses the ball, but tries to save it, but it doesn't go for him. It's going to be Fremont ball.
And that's exactly what Fremont wanted to do on that double team. They're forcing Kearney to make hard decisions, and that caused an errant pass and a turnover for the Tigers. And if they want to stay in this one, they got to make this game dirty. They're going to want to make it low scoring, because if it's high scoring, Kearney's just going to run away with it.
It looks like Johnson subbed in for Murray now. Queen with the ball up top, up to 13. Back to Queen. He dribbles inside, fakes it. Passes it to Heinman. Outside to Callahan, to Kearney. Johnson real close on him. Out to Dix. Screen. Goes inside, puts up the floater. Doesn't go for him. Ingen with the ball now. In the corner for Johnson. He puts up the three. Off the back rim. Jacobson with the ball now. Fighting for it, but it looks like it's going to be a foul.
And I'll tell you one thing with Jacobson. Last week he put up a monster two-handed dunk. And
got the crowd in it, definitely.
so I'll tell you one thing. If Jacobson has the open lane and he's going to, if he wants to put a dunk, he can put it in. That could be a crowd. You know, any dunk really can get a crowd pumped up. But with Jacobson's dunk last week, I think that was one of the bigger ones, getting the crowd pumped up.
Robinson now passes to Ingen. To Schwartz. He dribbles inside, got to the open lane. He puts up the layup, but gets fouled hard, and he's going to the line for two.
And even though the Bearcats wanted to make this game fast, I really like the aggressiveness. They're driving to the lane where they know Fremont is not very stacked with height, and they're forcing fouls. They're getting fouls on the Tigers, forcing them to get in foul trouble. Already 5 team fouls for the Tigers here in the first quarter.
First one for Schwartz goes down. Looks like Murray subs in again, this time for Ingen. And the second one goes down. Makes it 3-0 now for the Bearcats. Looks like they're going to that press defense. Dix with the ball now. He's dribbling up. Passes it. Tries to get in, but Murray tips it out.
Great defensive read there by Colin Murray. It was a 3-on-1, but he came out of nowhere and got a hand on it before it went to the man on the far left, put it out of bounds. So that instead of having 2 points, it's going to be an inbound. The whole team is down. It's a great job there by Colin Murray.
Out to Heinman. Inside to Queen. But it's going to be tipped out, and Kearney high ball.
Poor execution there by Hyman to Fremont. He needs to make that pass to the inside, because you are not going to get many free points from the Bearcats. And that was free points over there, wide open.
Robinson now to Schwartz. Up top to Johnson. Passes around to Murray. Back to Schwartz. He dribbles inside. Out to Robinson. He puts up the three. Off the back rim again. But it looks like it's going to be a foul on Jacobson.
You know, I noticed a new name for the Tigers. That's number 2. That's Caden Curry, a 6-foot junior, has subbed in for the Tigers. And it looks like Sefstra will check back in for Jacobson after he committed that foul.
Dix with the ball now. Double teamed. Heinman now outside to Callahan. His three doesn't go down. Robinson with a strong defensive rebound.
And you know, that's one thing about Robinson. He does a great job rebounding. You know, with his height, he'll be in there to get the rebounds.
Murray with the ball now in the corner. And he nails the three.
Great job there. I know Schwartz went down. I believe he saw Colin ball down. He kind of just scooted the pass, so Murray picked it up and put the shot in for the three.
Heinman with the ball now. He pump fakes it. Curry now. Dix. Callahan. Up top, Dix to Heinman. He dribbles inside, puts it up. Doesn't go down. Robinson with the rebound. He's dribbling up. He goes inside. And it looks like it's going to be an and one for Shiloh Robinson. His first point of the night.
Just drove in there, drew the foul, and just lightly tapped her, put it up and in. It's a great job there by Shiloh Robinson to use of aggressiveness.
And it looks like Braden Miller and actually, we're going to go to a timeout, actually. This is the Bearcat Sports Network brought to you by First National Bank. And welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank. Robinson at the line now. He just got fouled with the and one. His third one on the way.
Like the aggressiveness by Kearney, they've pushed the pace like Coach Bronick said in pregame.
And it looks like his and one doesn't go down. Callahan with the ball now. Dix. It looks like Sestro pokes it away, and he's on the breakaway. He puts it up and misses the lay-in.
That's the second time in a week Seth's had easy points and misses another layup.
He tries to go inside, but it looks like he's going to get poked out, and it's going to be Kearney high ball.
And that's a chance where I think Seth was just going too hard at the basket. Just needed to slow it down just a little and take his time to get that layup.
Miller to inbound to Shiloh. Murray now in the corner. Up top to Miller. Stroh with the open three. Off the front rim, but Robinson with the rebound. He tries to get it. Tries to put it up, and it looks like it's going to be a traveling call.
Ooh.
Looks like he got a little handsy down there in the paint.
And the Rowdies do not like that call one bit.
Curry now with the ball. Pass it to Callahan. Back to Curry. Outside to Dix. He dribbles in. We're back out to Callahan. But it looks like it's going to be traveling on Callahan.
What you're seeing Fremont do is playing an offense called 4 on out, where you're going to have 4 guys out on the perimeter, and you're going to have a fifth guy down either on the high post or down low on the block. And that's what mostly Fremont is going to do, because they're going to want to do a lot of screens at the high post, get some shooters open, and have opportunities for their players to drive.
Looks like Jesse Runge subs in for Fremont, the 6-foot senior. Schwartz now with the ball on the corner. Murray, he puts it up and makes it again. Second three by Colin Murray makes it 11-0 Bearcats.
And that is why Colin Murray for the past 2 seasons has been the sharpshooter for the Bearcats. If he's open like that, he will make his 3 attempts.
Queen now with the ball. Passes it to his brother, Queen. Curry now up top. Dix now tries to get it to Runge. But Queen up top now. Runge now dribbles in. Out to Queen.
Great defense right now by Kearney.
Number 34, Queen out. But it looks like Miller strips it away. But it looks like Fremont regains it. Queen outside on the perimeter. He puts up the 3 off the front rim. But they recover their own rebound. Curry puts it up. Doesn't go for him. Looks like Sestro gets the rebound, and Miller on the passes it to Murray on the breakaway, but misses the lay-in. Tries to recover his own rebound and dives for it, but it looks like it's going to be out. Fremont ball.
You know, with this Fremont team, I believe both these Queen brothers are both sophomores, so either A, they're both twins. They do look very similar. B, they're cousins that look similar, but I'm going to say they're probably twin brothers out there.
31 is Aiden, and 34 is Pacey.
You know, that'd be kind of fun to have a twin brother and you both get to play at the same time. Little chemistry right there between those 2 players. You could definitely for sure.
It looks like Murray strips the ball away, and he's on the breakaway. He puts up the lay-in and gets fouled hard, and he's going to be on the line for 2.
And Bearcats are having some hot hands so far, coming up with a couple steals. And they're not steals on passes. They're steals when they have the top of the point with the point guard. So Bearcats are really getting there with some active hands.
Going back to that, I've noticed all day, especially Carson Schwartz, he likes to get in there like on those fast breaks or when they're going down, get behind him, try to get out of his hands. And Kearney's just doing a great job getting the ball out of their hands for turnovers.
Murray missed his first free throw. And Murray makes his second one, making it 12-0 Bearcats with 1 minute to go in the first quarter.
And here's a press.
Queen with it. Up to Callahan. Gets it up to Heinman. He dribbles in, spin move in, and he gets the first points for the Fremont Tigers.
There goes the shutout.
It took almost all the first quarter for him, but there's finally 2 points. Credit that to Queen.
Schwartz now puts up the jumper off the back rim. But it looks like Ingen just threw that one away, it looked like.
I don't mind that shot by Carson. He used the screen by Robinson. He was open around the free throw line. So it was a decent shot, just didn't go in.
And here's that press again.
Kearney now with the ball.
Kearney. They're trying anything they want to turn with the ball. And
Kearney High just attacking the ball early on in these possessions for Fremont.
It's the Bronick specialty, the full court press, what Coach Bronick is famous for, and right now Fremont cannot solve anything with it.
Coach Bronick, one of the best coaches in the state. He's been doing that the past 4 years at Kearney with his famous full court press.
Kearney now up top. Callahan, number 4. He goes inside, puts up the layup. Doesn't go down for him. What it looks like it was off Fremont Bearcat ball.
With 3.9 seconds, they have a situation to do here. If you're Kearney, do you want to get in Carson's hand or do you want to get in Colin Murray's hands? You have a sharpshooter. Both those two are tremendous athletes, but who do you want to give it to, Jeff?
You got Colin. Looks like they're bringing a 2 up front, so look for Colin in the far corner.
Travel.
It looks like it's going to be traveling.
So it looks like now Fremont will have try to get the final shot out.
So now if you're Fremont, just set a quick screen and get a shooter open.
Curry to inbound.
I see number 4 on the far right. That might be who they're going to try to get one take it.
Good defense by Ingen right there.
Queen now, he puts up the final shot, and it goes down the front rim. This has been the first quarter where it's 12-2 Bearcats. We're going to take a break real quick. This is the Bearcat Sports Network brought to you by First National Bank. Court time. And welcome back to the second quarter of the Bearcat basketball game. This is the Bearcat Sports Network brought to you by First National Bank.
Pretty ugly stats in the first quarter, Brandon. Kearney shooting 3 for 14 from the field, and Fremont shooting 1 for 8. Teams need to make some adjustments, give them some more high percentage shots.
Definitely.
On the defensive side, the Bearcats have done a great job defensively, causing the Fremont Tigers to turn over the ball multiple times in that first quarter.
Dix now up top. He passes it to Queen. He dribbles up, fakes it. Gets inside to Dix. He puts up the floater, but misses it wide. Ingen now with the rebound, but he gets fouled hard, and it's going to be Bearcat ball.
Seems like just a little frustration foul there on Dix. And that's going to result in some free throws, as it's already the 8th team foul for Fremont. So from fouls here on out, Bearcats are going to the charity stripe.
Yeah, he is very, very frustrated. But he went out there, he clapped his hands, and he probably said some colorful language over there.
Ingen first doesn't go in, but Stroh gets the offensive rebound. Outside to Schwartz. He dribbles up. It looks like it's going to be Bearcat ball.
Great job there by Murray to read that. He was probably in that situation like, did it go off a Bearcat or Tiger? But he played it well, and it's Bearcat ball still.
Passes it to Stroh. Back to Schwartz. Murray in the corner now. Back to Ingen. Opposite side, Stroh. He dribbles up. Baseline. Tries to put it up, but it gets rejected by 31. Queen. Curry now dribbles up for Fremont. Double teamed. Heineman now inside. What it looks like Robinson with the inbound, but Schwartz now with the ball. And it looks like he dribbles up. It's going to be outside to Stroh. He fakes. But it looks like it's going to be a blocking foul on number 13.
Going back to that save by Shiloh, I think everyone just stood there like, out of bounds. Shiloh, full hard, jumped out of bounds in the air, kept that in, kept this drive alive, drew a foul. Now that's line for 2. But great job to Shiloh to keep this one alive.
Yeah, the recovery defense right now for Kearney tonight is on point. We've already seen a couple times tonight, Colin Murray, Shiloh Robinson. It's been a odd-ended fast break for Fremont, and you have these guys who put in this tremendous effort to get back on the play and disrupt it.
Definitely tremendous effort by the Bearcats early on in this game. Stroh makes both of them now, making it 14-2 Bearcats. Callahan with the ball now. He dribbles up. Kortov with the ball now. Passes it to 2. Inside to Heineman, but it's Seth Stroh with the steal. He's dribbling up. He puts it up and gets the and 1. But actually it's going to be a Bearcat foul. So the basket does not count.
Great effort there by Stroh on that one. He might have drew the foul instead, but still a great effort by his part.
I think Coach Boronic's a little upset with that one.
A little Euro step, but otherwise it probably looked like a charge, but of course we don't have the best vantage point from up here.
Definitely. The guys in stripe definitely do. Kortov gets stripped away. Outside to Curry, inside to Heineman. Murray with the steal, and Ingen all by himself puts up the easy lay-in to make it 16-2 Bearcats with 6 minutes left. And a timeout here, and we're taking one with them. This is the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank. And welcome back to the second quarter. This is the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank. Kearney High leads it 16-2 with 6 minutes left in the half. Kortov gets it now, but it looks like Murray steals it. Schwartz with the ball now. He puts up the lay-in and puts it down.
That was dirty. Colin Murray got that one. We'll give him the credit, though. And if you're Kearney, right there, they did that last week against Papio, causing turnovers on the inbound. Like, in the game, Fremont girls caused the turnovers on Kearney's girls. And right there, Kearney's boys are doing it for the second straight game, causing those turnovers right there on the inbound to get the points.
Just there, Queen with a missed 3. But it's going to be Fremont ball now. Kortov into Callahan. Outside to Curry. Callahan to Queen. He puts up the corner 3 off the back rim. Jacobson with the rebound. Schwartz now dribbling up for the Bearcats. He goes inside, puts up the lay-in, but gets fouled, and he's going to be on the line for 2.
Again, you're seeing the Bearcats push the pace. They're not stopping much to establish their offense. They're looking for holes in the lane, and they're attacking them. And Carson Schwartz is one of the best players on this team to do that.
Definitely, and also on the defensive side, playing very aggressive basketball right now. Schwartz's first one goes off the front rim.
You know, it's been a fun one here for the Kearney. You know, trying to get their second straight victory is what they're going to try to do. And, you know, right now they're playing like they're going to get it.
Schwartz's second goes down.
You know, playing like this, like I said, they're playing hot still, causing turnovers, and, you know, trying to find those open lanes instead of saying something. They're doing a good job.
Queen with an easy lay-in makes it 19-4 now. Schwartz now. Dribbles up top. Into Murray. Outside to Schwartz. Ingen to Stroh.
Looks like kind of a 2-3 zone for Fremont right now they turned into.
Stroh in the corner now into Jacobson. Tries to get it out, but it's stolen by the Tigers. But stolen right back by Seth Stroh.
And when you're a baseball player like that, you just get your hand out there and stop that.
Quick reaction time there by Seth Stroh. Schwartz now dribbles inside, a little bit of crossover, and puts in the easy lay-in.
Beautiful by Carson right there.
Callahan overthrows his pass, and it's now going to be the Bearcats' ball.
You know,
Shiloh with a nice catch right there.
I think it was just a little high, though. That was just a little high.
But again, the Bearcats playing unbelievable defense, full court press. Fremont has no answer. Can't even get in an inbounds pass.
Looks like Miller, and it looks like also Shiloh comes back into the game. Murray passes it to Robinson inside. He's trying to put it up, goes back to Murray. He puts up the lay-in. Off the front rim again.
Bearcats can't miss easy baskets like that.
Curry outside. Heinman dribbles inside, but it's stolen by Murray. Well, it looks like Heinman grabbed Murray's jersey, and he gets fouled.
So he'll go to the line, it looks like. As I believe that's the 11th foul committed by the Tigers.
Yep, Bearcats in the double bonus right now.
If you're these Fremont Tigers, you have to be very frustrated right now with the way this game is being played so far.
Murray's first free throw goes off the back rim.
Again, Bearcats struggling for the free throw line. 7 for 13 so far for this game. Colin Murray now 1 for 3.
I think they're just getting tired.
Murray's second is good. Bearcats back to the press defense. Kortov with the ball now. It looks like Murray steals it again, and Robinson's on the breakaway. Puts up the dunk and down. 24-4 Bearcats with 4 minutes left in this half.
A monster two-handed dunk there by Shiloh, but that's going to cause another timeout by the Tigers.
And we're taking one alongside with them. This is the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank. And welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank. Jake Johnson with the steal now. Robinson up top. Dribbles inside. He puts it up. Another dunk by Shiloh Robinson.
The hesitation, he bit. Robinson hesitated once and went for the dunk.
What it looks like 23 with an easy lay-in.
Wow, that was a great dunk by Robinson.
Schwartz in the corner now. Back to Murray. Johnson now. Johnson in the corner. He dribbles up, gives it to Robinson. Double teamed. What it looks like it's going to be Tigers ball, and Shiloh obviously not happy with that call.
Oh, he does not look happy one bit.
But back to his dunk. If you saw, he was stuck on the baseline, but he had the awareness, quick hesitation. The defender bit, went even further down the baseline, and ended up with the dunk.
Well, I mean, Jeff, let's think about this. Robinson, you know, how tall is he? He's 6'8". How high is that hoop? It's about 10 feet, all right? We're talking, you know, almost almost 3 feet of just jumping, all right? he doesn't need the help. He just needs some air.
Curry with the ball now, puts up the floater. Johnson with the rebound to Miller. He's dribbling up. He dribbles up, but passes it back to Schwartz. He dribbles inside. Murray, sharpshooter from the corner. A little bit too far off that one.
Just a little too much power on Colin Murray's shot right there.
Curry now getting double teamed. Inside to 23, and it looks like his lay-in goes in. 23, Jesse Runge with that bucket.
Second blown defense there on that full court press. Runge taking advantage of it on the back door. Bearcats maybe to play a little more back on this one.
Robinson now inside, getting double teamed. Schwartz puts up the three, and he banks it home. Making it 29-8 Bearcats.
Schwartz has 10 points on the night.
22 now with the ball, but he gets Schwartz with the steal. And he looks like he's going to take it and puts in the easy lay-in. Second basket in a row for Carson Schwartz.
Hot hand Carson right there.
I think Bearcats are just having fun right now. They don't need to play basketball. They just they just need to play.
Queen now inside, puts up the fadeaway, but it dribbles out for him. Johnson now gives it outside to sharpshooter Murray. His three goes down. Everybody at the Kearney High Bearcats has the hot hand.
I wonder if this is NBA 2K19 rookie mode. That's just how well the Bearcats are playing right now. And the Rowdies are saying start the buses already. And we're not even done with the second quarter yet.
What it looks like it's going to be a big substitution now for the Bearcats. Owen Lytle subs in, Easton Bruce, and number 32, Preston Pearson.
And it looks like we're going to start seeing some of the younger players play.
Say Bearcats, this is a great opportunity to get some youngsters some good playing time. And look at that, and again with another steal.
Ingen now with the ball. Inside to Lytle. He puts up the lay-in.
Oh, great bounce pass. Ingen to see Lytle open backdoor, bounce it, puts it up with the left-handed hook.
Looks like Runge now with the ball. Outside to Callahan. Hands it off to Curry. Back to Runge.
Bearcats playing a 2-3 zone.
More now, back to Callahan. Outside to Curry. He dribbles in, tries to put up the jumper, but it looks like it's going to be a foul.
Traveling.
Or travel.
And it looks like Fremont on their offensive possession still playing a little more of a 4 and out, but they're spreading out the ball more, looking for some more isolations and getting some more one-on-one matchups, because this entire game, Bearcats have been guarding Fremont in bunches of 2 to 3 defenders.
Bruce now with the ball. Pearson. Lytle in the corner now. Dribbles up. What it looks like it's going to be stolen by Moore, but he's going to get fouled.
So that'll be the 4th team foul committed by the Bearcats in this first half.
Callahan gives it to Curry. Back to Moore. Inside to Runge. Back to Moore. Lytle with the steal, but he got jump ball.
No, I feel like Lytle had possession that when he called the jump, so I feel like it was a very delayed. I mean, still, it's possession of the Bearcats, but that was kind of a delayed jump ball call, as it looked like Lytle was getting ready to take off down the court when he called it.
Veronica had an expression on his face that kind of went with your point, Gideon. He thought Lytle had clear possession.
Jacobson now subs in for the Bearcats. Bruce dribbles up. He's getting double teamed right now. Dribbles in outside to Lytle. Back to Bruce. He dribbles inside to Jacobson. He puts up the lay-in. Tries to tip it back in, and it looks like it's going to be halftime. We're going to take a quick break for halftime. We'll be right back with the second half, where the Bearcats lead 36-8. This is the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank. And welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank. We're about ready to start the second half, but we're going to start with a little bit of stats right now.
You know, we're going to give it to the unofficial, official stat man, Jeff Ekstrom, courtesy of his iPad. He has stats for us.
Yes, my famous iPad. I keep all the stats. Let's first start.
Which, by the way, Jeff and I used the iPads all of last season.
So it is sacred.
No,
We'll
it's
start
not.
with Fremont first. As a team, they have 8 total points. 4 of those coming from Jesse Runge. Then 2 points each for Jake Heineman and Pacey Queen. As a team, they're shooting 4 for 16 from the field, 0 for 5 from downtown, and they have taken no free throws tonight. For the Bearcats, 36 total points, led by 11 coming from Colin Murray. He is shooting 3 for 5 from downtown, highlighting his amount of points. With 12 points, though, right ahead of him is Carson Schwarz. He has 4 for 7 from the field and is 3 for 4 from the free throw line. 6 points for Shiloh Robinson, 2 points for Jaden Ingen, 3 points for Seth Stroh, and 2 points for Owen Lytle. As a team, the Bearcats are shooting 12 for 18, 43%, 4 for 9 from downtown, and 8 for 14 from the free throw line. And those are your halftime stats.
And another score. We have a few scores going. Losing to Omaha Central, and with our first loss was Millard North. I believe it was 68-66 Millard, as the Eagles come away with that one. And I'm going to look up some other scores from around the league, from the Class A level. And I know there's a big one in Bell West, to see if I can find it, between Bryan and West. At one point, it was one possession game at the end. Actually, right here. Jalen Spears, here's a three-pointer for Bryan, 71-69. Bell West leads with 16.1 seconds. That was tweeted out a minute ago. And the Papio Monarchs will fall to the Elkhorn South Storm, 58-55. And over in Lincoln Pius, it's 48-40. Pius on top over North Star. And Bell West 75, Omaha Bryan 72. Bryan ball with a timeout with 4.4 seconds, courtesy of Omaha High School Sports. Lincoln Northeast to 29, Lincoln High 21, and Southwest will lead Southeast 36-31 with 41-39 with 4:43 left in the game, and those are the stats from around the league in the Class A.
And here in Kearney High, it's 36-8 Bearcats, and we're just about ready to start the second half of this game.
Don't expect the starters to go much longer than by the fourth quarter, as this game is already much out of hand.
Oh, it's been out of hand since tip-off, Jeff. Not to be mean, but it's kind of true.
Callahan passes in to Heineman. He dribbles up, puts up the lay-in, but Seth Stroh with the rebound. Schwarz now passes it to Ingen. Ingen dribbles up, hands it off to Stroh, but it's stolen by Dix, and he gets fouled by Schwarz.
So that'll be Kearney's first foul of the half by Schwarz.
It looks like it's going to be his first one of the night.
And the Rowdies are now singing some Christmas carols.
Yep, holiday theme tonight for the Rowdies. And we got Santa Claus down here.
Courtesy of Josh Garlds.
There you go.
And
Fight for the ball, and it's going to be a jump ball.
Oh, I thought it was a fumble. They were on top of each other like it was a fumble, fine for the ball.
Wrong sport.
Wrong sport there, yeah.
Well, Sean used to be good at, Sean's got a headset on. I was going to say something, but usually that's the sport Sean's good at. Someone stole Sean Carson's headset. Back to you, Brandon.
All right. Stroh inside now, but gets blocked by number 13, Keenan.
That's a good inside dish to Seth Stroh on the run. But Kearney right there with a nice strip just before Stroh could go up with it.
Who was that just talking?
I have no idea.
Love you, Jeff.
Stroh with the spin move. It looks like it's stolen away, but it's going to be out of bounds. Bearcats with the ball again.
While we have the second, I want to say a huge thank you to Strive Sports and Taylor and Eric with everything they do down there for us. Thanks to Jeff and I. That's where we found our love, was through those guys. So thank you guys to Taylor and Eric and the Strive Sports and everyone who works out at Strive.
And definitely thank you for giving me this opportunity to call this game tonight.
So they've given many Strive students the opportunities to figure out their calling, as me, Cannon, and Brandon have all done here using the Strive channel. and they've even asked me to come down and speak at their 2K19 Strive Conference Summit. I'll be speaking there on January 28th. I'd like to give them a nice shout out for allowing me to speak about my story and share my experiences I've had with Strive. And you can listen, you can tune to it. It'll be live streamed on January 28th, 9 to 11 a.m. If you want to go, it will be in Lincoln, Nebraska. Just sign up on strive.tv.
And also a big name joining Jeff is the former voice of the Central Eagles. That's Alec Rome.
Yeah.
He is if you know a lot about the Strive, you know Alec was one of the best in the state, and he'll be joining Jeff at that Centimar.
Tipped by Robinson. But it looks like it's going to be a foul on the Tigers. It's going to be on Hindman.
And it just looks like Fremont is just coming out frustrated, aggressive, and foul. When you're down literally 29 points, they're one away from 30, you would be really upset. And
Definitely.
you just want to get it over as soon as possible.
Robinson up top now. Hands it off to Murray. Murray outside to Schwartz with the open three. And off the back rim. But it looks like Ingen with a nice recovery. Schwartz inside now. Passes it to, well, it looks like his pass got tipped there. But it looks like Schwartz with the ball now. He stole it. Inside to Ingen, puts up the lay-in, and gets fouled.
And Jaden Ingen's going to go to the line.
A little bit of a circle motion around the, just put it up.
Nope. And he puts it in.
Yep.
Or attempted, but drew the foul.
Yeah.
Tymon's fourth foul of the night.
Ingen's first is good.
And it's like one of the Queen twins will check in for him. And fourth foul. With the score, you're down by 30. Either he's done for the night or he'll not come until basically at the end of the fourth quarter. You're in that time where you're both coaches. I think you can start playing your younger players to get some good playing time, especially with how out of hand the score is here.
And Ingen's second free throw is good. Curry with the ball now. It's intercepted, but they recover. Stroh gets it. Up to Ingen.
Great wide receiver skills by Stroh to catch that one.
Murray inside now. Spin move. Battling back there. Schwartz now. Ingen in the corner. And puts down the three. 42-8 Bearcats.
My, oh my. These Bearcats are coming out hot this second half.
Ingen 5 straight points to begin the half. He has 7 total in the game.
Dix now loses the ball, but recovers. Curry now outside. Callahan. Hands it off to Queen. He dribbles up top. Into Curry. Inside to the other Queen. He puts it up but misses. Stroh now with the rebound. Dribbles up for the Bearcats. He takes it himself up into the lane and misses. Robinson with the rebound, puts it back up. And it looks like it was tipped in by Seth Stroh.
Great job there by Stroh. Just get a tip and that put it in. Not fighting for the rebound, just put it up there and puts it in.
Tigers still looking for a score this half. But Robinson on the rebound or steal and dunks it down.
Third 3 for 3 on dunks.
And it looks like it's going to be a timeout, and we're taking one as well. This is the Bearcat Sports Network brought to you by First National Bank.
My goodness.
And welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network brought to you by First National Bank. And it looks like Sean Carson regains his headset.
Oh, no, that's scary.
That is scary.
I'm so mad.
All right, Sean, give us some key tips of what you've seen so far this game.
I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention. So it's 46-8. We're halfway done with the third. Bearcats just keep doing their thing. They got the game. That's all that can be said. That's all that needs to be said. It's done. Let's go home.
Kortov loses the ball. Bearcat ball now.
And the Bearcats not only showing their precision from shooting, but showing their physical dominance down low with the front court of Shiloh Robinson and Seth Stroh. Not to mention Nate Jacobson down low, who's got some playing time tonight.
Stroh in the corner getting double teamed. Loses the ball, but Ingen recovers. Up to Miller in the corner for Johnson. He dribbles up. Back on the other corner. Now Ingen puts up the jumper. And it rattles around. No good. Dix now with the ball. Passes it to Callahan inside. Dix puts up the three. Off the front rim. It looks like Queen recovers his own rebound. Passes it back to Kortov. Callahan puts up the three and makes it. First points for the Tigers this half.
And that is the first time today they just got out of single digits. Now they're in double digits for the first time at that 11.
Jacobson inside to Stroh. Up to Miller. And he lays it in with ease.
Brian Miller getting down in the show down low. Football quarterback for the Bearcats during the fall.
Queen up top now. Dix to Kortov inside to Queen. Outside to Kortov. He goes in with Queen. He puts it up but misses. Johnson now with the ball. He dribbles up for the Bearcats. Inside, outside to Ingen. Puts up the corner three and banks it home.
Well, this might be a bad time for a joke, but I'm feeling it. You guys think Dix has any sporting goods for sale?
I mean, with that headband, he might.
I had to. I'm done. I'm leaving. Sorry.
40-point difference now for the Bearcats. Callahan with the ball. Passes it to Kortov. Inside to Queen. Tries the fade away, but passes it outside to Dix. Kortov with the corner three. Off the front rim, Ingen with the rebound. Passes it to Johnson. He dribbles up. Trying to get that inside move. Misses. Kortov now with the ball.
Look at that speed there by Braden Miller. Great recovery right there.
A little bit of a track star as well. Callahan now. Queen in corner for Kortov. Other corner. Callahan puts up the three. And he swishes it down. Ingen now with the ball for the Bearcats, and they take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout real quick. This is the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank. All right. And welcome back to the Bearcats game, brought to you by First National Bank. Miller double teamed. Pass it inside to Jacobson. He tries to put up the two-handed dunk, but gets fouled.
And we know Jacobson can put the two-handed dunk. He did it last week, and instead of putting it up, he got fouled from behind.
Looks like Bruce and Peterson is now in for the Bearcats. Or Pearson, I should say. Jacobson's first is good.
As you saw on that dish inside, Brandon Miller using some of his quarterback arm strength to get it down low for Jacobson.
And Jacobson's good again from the free throw line.
You know, Braden took a year off of basketball because last year he played intramurals, but it looks like he came back this year, and he's been seeing some good playing time so far since returning to basketball for the high school.
Runge now with the ball for the Tigers. Inside to Queen. He dribbles up. Outside to his brother Queen. Puts up the three. Rattles out for him. Johnson now with the rebound. Bruce now. He dribbles inside. Passes it to Jacobson, but Looks like a foul was committed. No shot, no
Yep.
bucket.
You know, sticking Easton Bruce, Jeff was saying a little stat about him earlier, that he is a top 25 commit in the 2020. In 2020, he's a top commit in the baseball.
He's one of the top prospects in the class of 2020 in Nebraska baseball prospects, one of the top 25.
That's a pretty good stat if you're Easton Bruce right there. I know he got a lot of playing time on post this last year.
Pearson puts up the floater but misses. Miller got the recovery. Johnson inside, puts up the layup, and makes it.
Jeff, did our intramural team ever play Braden Millers?
We did not, thankfully.
I think we would have won.
And it looked like that concludes the third quarter. Bearcats lead at 55-14. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the start of the fourth quarter. This is Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank. And welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank. We're here to start the fourth quarter of the Kearney High Bearcats and the Fremont Tigers basketball game.
So no starters in for Kearney, Brandon, so it looks like they're done for the night. Get some reserves, some good playing time.
And a hard-fought victory for them. Well, let's be honest.
Ooh, a big block there by Jacobson. So now the question is, when's Grant going to come in?
Oh, when's Tiggy coming in?
The man, the myth, the legend, Grant Ty.
And there's the Rowdies going for it, and Bronick smiling.
Hindman inside, and he gets the lay-in. Of course, Grant Ty with the knockdown three last game.
Oh, that was
really got this crowd in the game.
That was beautiful.
Couldn't write anything better than that. Jacobson puts it up, but he gets fouled.
I don't know if you guys heard, but the Rowdies we're just chanting it's Tiggy time. Maybe he can put up another big three if he goes in again.
I think we might see some Kearney High students storm the court, honestly, if that happens.
No matter how much left in the game, if Tiggy makes a three again, they might get a technical, because they'll storm the court.
And I believe since we did reach the 40-point lead threshold, there is a running clock for the rest of the game unless a timeout is called.
And it looks like the clock is running.
Jacobson seconds is good.
Now, Brandon, if Kearney wins this game, will this be the most points Fremont has lost by this season?
Yes, it will be. Currently, their biggest win or loss difference has been 39. And this one's challenging it right now, but it looks like it's going to be how it is.
As it's now 40 points.
Looks like Owen Lytle subs in. Outside to Hindman. He dribbles up. Inside moves, and looks like Miller swats the ball away. Moore now. Inside to Hindman again. Outside to Queen. Queen inside to Hindman. Queen with the ball again, and it looks like he's going to get fouled. He's going to go to the line for two.
Well, that's a nice catch and pass right there by Queen. Missed the layup, though.
And Queen's first is good.
Coach Bronick is talking to Grant right now. He's looking at him.
And Queen's second is good. Miller dribbles up for the Bearcats. Lytle inside to Jacobson. He puts up the dunk, but misses. Looks like Pearson gets the ball, and it's going to be Tigers ball. Rowdy's really demanding Grant tie.
They got him last week. Will they do? It'd be 2 for 2.
And it looks like Trevor Cumpston's going to sub in for the Bearcats now, his first minutes of the game. Moore now for the Tigers. Dribbles up. Pearson on him now. Keenan. Hindman.
And there he is, Grant
And it looks
Ty.
like Grant Ty's on the sub board. And Grant Ty, number 25, is subbing in for the Bearcats for the first time tonight.
And the Rowdies are pumped up like it's game time again. They are loving this.
Pearson now. Gives it to Grant in the corner. He's double teamed. Lytle recovers. Gives it out to Cumpston. Pearson now. Cumpston. In the corner, Lytle. Cumpston with the wide open three. And he makes it. His first points of the game. 59-18 Bearcats. Moore now with the ball. Kearney. Hindman. Queen dribbles in. He puts up the layup. And it looks like it's going to be too short for him. And it looks like Runge loses the ball, and it's still going to be Tigers ball. And it looks like Will Vanderbeek, Easton Bruce, and number, looks like it's going to be 24, Travis Sherbeck.
And now officially everyone on the bench has seen playing time.
So the future of Kearney High basketball getting some good playing time.
Plus Grant.
Plus the fan favorite Grant Ty. And we all know everyone in this gym is hoping he gets some points here.
Runge now inside to Dix. Hindman now with the ball. He dribbles up. Spin move inside. But Will Vanderbeek with the block. Cumpston now dribbles up for the Bearcats, and he gets fouled.
Little thing about Grant. Grant is the head coach of the Son of Mitch's intramural basketball team. And so it looks like Coach Ty is now going to see some varsity action.
Cumpston now on the line.
And to give these guys more credit, most of the players on the floor for the Tigers right now are starters.
Cumpston's free throw is off the mark. Dix now dribbles up for Tigers. Queen now with the ball. Dix dribbles inside, puts up the layup, but misses. Cumpston with the rebound. But it looks like Dix deflects it, and it looks like it's still going to be Bearcats ball, though.
Dix making some nice effort plays. You know, they're down by, it looks like 41. Still making some good effort. Like to see that.
And a good thing about this Kearney High bench, they still play hard through the whole game. Doesn't matter what the score is, what time, they're playing hard the whole game. Dix now on the breakaway. Passes it to Zero. He puts up the easy layup, but misses. Vanderbeek now with the rebound. Bruce dribbles up. I believe Connor Richmond with the missed free layup. Sherbeck with the three. Off the front rim. It looks like Pearson with the rebound and misses. Scrambled. Pearson now with the ball. Tries to put it up, but he gets fouled.
It's like we said earlier, this bench, you know, I mean, the score is out of hand, but Beranek wants these kids to play it 100% because they want to get playing time, and, you know, potentially they can keep growing all season. By the end of time, they can see more playing time than they do now.
Definitely. Pearson's free throw is good. Running clock now.
This should just about wrap it up.
And Pearson's second one's good as well.
And this will probably be the final possession of the game unless Kearney wants to possession turnover.
Queen now with the ball. Runge. Side spin, puts it up, and his layup goes in.
Way to finish it.
And it looks like that's going to be the game. Kearney High Bearcats 61, Tigers 20. We'll be right back with a little bit of post-game. This has been the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank. And welcome back to the post-game for the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank. I'm Brandon Warnke. Joining along me are some Kearney High alumni. We got Jeff Ekstrom, Cannon Rath, and Sean Carson. What do you guys think of this game?
I thought it was a fun game. You know, I'm kind of looking on stat sheets. I knew it was going to be out of hand right away, which Kearney obviously proved that. But, you know, Kearney played hard the whole time. You know, they still had troubles. But, you know, defensively for the second straight game, they did a great job defensively, causing turnovers. They're pressed. Jeff said earlier, the Byronic press, what he's famous for. They had a hard time struggling. You know, overall, Kearney played a great job. Overall, they started off kind of slow, but then after that, they just picked up. And then all the bench players who came in did a great job themselves, playing 100% up until that final buzzer. And, you know, that's what I've noticed for Kearney. And, you know, on the Fremont side, they struggled all game. No matter what area, they just struggled. They couldn't score that well. Just couldn't get open for shots, and they just took a lot of bad shots. You know, Fremont falls to 0-5. You know, they'll get their first win. It's just going to take time for them to finally, like, you know, just build. Like, they're trying to build off what they've been losing, but they're struggling with it. But one of these days, they'll eventually get out of it.
Yeah, Bearcats stuck to their game plan tonight, wanted to keep it fast-paced, and they did. Not to mention the fact they had double-digit steals on the night. Fremont didn't have any answer for that full-court press, and the Bearcats took advantage, not only showing that they could shoot the ball well tonight, but also showing their physical dominance down low, showed by Shiloh Robinson, Seth Stroh, Nate Jacobson, Jack Johnson got in there a few times. So Bearcats really showed their dominance tonight and carried the momentum from their last week win against Papio and hope to continue it tomorrow night at Grand Island.
Definitely, that big game, rivalry game. Sean, what did you think about the game?
Well, I tell you what, you know, we know all the players that were in today, which, you know, all the whole basketball team, I guess. And we know that they're very aggressive. They're going to stay aggressive. They're very athletic. You know, you'll see them in the weight room when they're not on the court or on the field at that. And because many of them play, you know, baseball, soccer, football. They're not just basketball players. But I think, truthfully, I don't think if we didn't have a rowdy section, they would not have played as well as they did today. And here's why. Our basketball team, if you look at Carson Schwartz, Seth, you know, players like them, they're show-offs, all right? I'm going to be honest, they're show-offs, all right? And if they don't have people to show off to, they're not, you know, they're not going to play at their greatest potential. So there were a lot of rowdies here. There were a lot of people here watching the game. And I think, truthfully, it's just that energy, you know, that got them hyped up. You know, they played the whole game as fast as they could, and it turned out, worked pretty well for them.
And definitely there was one player that didn't play in this game. It was Keon Gorey. He actually had a boot on today.
I think Seth, I believe Seth said something about his Achilles.
Yeah, something Achilles will be out around 4 weeks' time, so he's out for the season. He's out for a little while. He came off the bench, so we'll kind of clip some of their depth, especially down low, but that's why you saw more of Nate Jacobson tonight, and he filled that role really, really well.
And I believe he's only a sophomore, too, so.
You know, one thing I am very impressed with these Bearcats is that the last couple years it's been Cannon Coster. It's a one-man show. They play as a team now. Kearney plays as a very good job as a balanced team instead of being a one-man like it was the past few years. And no hate on Coster, but that's kind of how it was for the past couple years. It was like more of Cannon Coster. But now you see these Bearcats, they all play together, and they do a great job playing together. And, you know, the chemistry between them is just fantastic, and I've enjoyed watching them play so far this year.
All right, and that's going to kind of sum up our post game, but we'll be right back with stats from tonight's game. This is the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank.
Stats quick. Oh, never mind.
And welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank. We're going to come quickly with some stats, and after that, we're going to have Coach Fletcher up here for a little bit of a post-game interview.
So for the stats, leading the way for Kearney tonight was Carson Schwartz, 12 points, Jane Inga with 10 points, and Colin Murray with 11 points, the top three scorers, as well as Shiloh Robinson with 9 points. Kearney shot 19 for 48 from the field, 7 for 14 from downtown, and 16 for 25 from the charity strike. For Fremont, leading the way, they only had 20 points, and scoring 6 apiece there was Jesse Runge and number 10, Austin Callahan. As a team, they shot 8 for 31, 26%, 6 for 21, 2 for 10 from downtown, and only shot 2 free throws tonight, making both of them.
You know, while we have a second, I'm gonna give you a couple scores from around the state. A big one is in halftime. Aurora and York are going at it. Aurora leads 39-23, and in the Class A level, we have. I know I had it. Updates. Got to scroll on. Pius, Varsity Boys. Pius won their game 66-65 over the Lincoln North Star. Yeah, it's been a fun one there in Lincoln. And then we have. Keep scrolling through. Just got to keep scrolling through because small classes. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. All right, I'm just going to say the other big one was Omaha Central and Miller North. Central won that game early on, or they won not early on. They won that game. And, we're just going to go with that. All right, back to you, Brandon.
All right, and joining us now is assistant coach, Coach Fletcher. Good to have you right now.
Hey, guys. How you doing tonight?
Good, good. So obviously, definitely good to get that second win of the season tonight.
Oh, terrific. I mean, we played pretty well. I mean, the first 4 or 5 minutes, we didn't probably look like a really good basketball team, but we were playing the right way. We had the tempo going the way we wanted it to, and it was just a matter of making shots, So it was a good win for us. A lot of guys contributed tonight.
And I noticed that Keon Gorey wasn't even suited up. Could you elaborate more on that?
Keon's going to be out for a little while with a little bit of an Achilles injury, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. And our trainers are taking care of him, and he's got the best people we can put on it, and we'll just take it easy with him right now.
And definitely that big rivalry game tomorrow at GI. How are you guys preparing for that one right now?
It's important to know that we prepare really hard for our Friday game, and then we know that we got a quick turnaround on Saturday, and it's a road game, and it's Grand Island, and we treat everybody pretty much like a rival for us. It might be a bigger rivalry game for Grand Island, but we're locked in for Grand Island, and we'll worry about some of the things they do tomorrow. But for right now, it's important. We got a nice win tonight. It's a nice home win. Turn around tomorrow. We'll really prep up for them in the morning, and we know Grand Island pretty well. They know us pretty well, so there won't be a whole lot of surprises, I don't think.
I kind of want to ask you about these last few games. You guys lost a couple of heartbreakers first 2 games of the season against Bellevue West and Lincoln East, and you've come back with 2 straight victories. Regardless of how your opponent is of skill level, it's tough to come back after 2 kind of heartbreaking losses. So what, as a coaching staff, what did you tell your kids into the locker room after those 2 losses? What do you tell them after those 2?
Well, it's important to remember that it's a 32-minute game, so if it was a 31-minute game, I think we'd be 4-0 right now. And so for 32 minutes, they know that they've heard it and they understand it, but sometimes you don't really have that experience. So basically, we're chalking it up on experience for us. So hopefully that over the course of the season, course of the time that when it's time to count again and we get a chance to play those teams again, and all the marbles are on the line again, we'll have learned our lessons, and it'll be time to pay off for it, So, losses in November and December aren't exactly going to break your season. It's just going to build you up stronger. So we had that option. We could have went and faltered and felt sorry for ourselves, or we could have made a difference with it. So hopefully it's helping make a difference right now.
And so what I'd probably say out of tonight's victory was just how well your defense played all night, especially with that full court press. But what I noticed was the fact that you very active hands for your guys' team all night long. Even if it was stepping in front of passes, there was still a lot of steals from the top of the point where it was in isolation. You just had Carson Schwartz or Seth Stroh just put their hand in there. Was that kind of an emphasis this week on defense, was be able to create pressure and get those steals right up top?
It's always an emphasis. I mean, we want to get steals. We want to create tempo. We want to create opportunities on offense. But the thing about it is some teams are really good about how they handle our pressure, and sometimes we don't get it right away, and sometimes you get it secondary. Maybe they pass it beyond the timeline, and maybe we'll get it on the other end of it. But I thought tonight we did a really good job of that first guy that got the ball. He didn't really seem to want it, and then the next guy that got it really didn't seem to want it, and it was just kind of like we were reading it, and we were kind of seeing what it was all about. And Coach really harps on that all week long about reading what they're trying to do and then anticipate, and I thought tonight we did a really good job.
And then one last question for me. You guys seemed to early on, it was only a 1-0 game halfway through that first quarter, struggling offensively. You took a timeout there. What were you telling your guys in that huddle?
Stay with what we're doing. I mean, there was no sense of urgency as far as we can't score 100 points with one shot. But I think our guys were trying to. It looked like we were trying to get dunks. We were trying to boost up the crowd, and we were really trying to liven things up, and it was really like execute simple fundamentals. Our footwork was sloppy. Our layups were sloppy. Our passes were crazy. And our defense was playing great. So it was just a matter of our offense catching up to our defense, which I think it ultimately did.
Awesome. I don't have any other questions. I think, do you guys have any other questions?
Awesome.
All right, thank you for your time.
Guys, you are awesome. It's great seeing you guys again.
Yes.
Welcome back to Kearney. Welcome anytime. Thanks for the coverage, guys. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good luck tomorrow, Grand Island.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
All right, and I think that sums up our whole broadcast. This has been Brandon Warnke with the Bearcat Sports Network. Alongside me, obviously, with Jeff Ekstrom, Cannon Rath, and Sean Carson. Great to see you guys.
It was a fun one being
Yeah.
back here with you. And
Yeah,
being
definitely.
Back in Kearney.
Fun one. Make sure to try to get out to Grand Island game tomorrow. That should be a really fun
Yeah,
one.
I'll definitely try to get out there. So should everybody in Kearney High. They should definitely be there.
I know I'll be there. Whoa, G. Whoa, G. Whoa, G.
Girls tip 5:15, boys at